Radon gas is a global, invisible killer and the second leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. I sat down with Dag Sedin, CEO of Dag Sedin Innovations AB and one of Europe's most influential figures of radon measurement technology. For nearly 4 decades, he has been at the forefront of developing life-saving radon detection instruments that have protected countless families from lung cancer. As chairman of the Swedish Radon Association since 2015, Dag plays a crucial role in Sweden's national action plan to reduce radon exposure. Dag, thanks a lot for devoting your time to speak with me and coming all the way from Sweden to here. To begin our conversation, I maybe want to start with a kind of a big picture question. So, somewhere right now, there is a family sleeping peacefully, knowing that because of the technology that you developed, they've checked their home for radon, and if radon was found, it was mitigated, and probably lives were saved, for cancer prevention. How does it feel like to have your life's work have that tangible human impact?
Oh, it's tough to answer that. And most of the time I have a scientific approach to what I'm doing. But of course I meet a lot of people during my work, because when I meet people then that having problem with radon in houses, I have to spend a lot of time of explaining the danger with living in high levels of radon. And by doing that, they understand how dangerous it is, and they also have an understanding that it's no rush. It will be long time exposure. So my impact is that I also have a teacher background in physics. So my impact is I'm trying to teach my clients about the roots for the danger of radon exposure, and trying to explain why it's the radon progenies and radon daughters that are dangerous and not the radon gas. And so I think I'm doing a quite good job in explaining for customers. I also, during my training classes, because I'm training radon consultants, I'm trying to teach them that don't scare the customer. Try to help them to understand, take it easy, do it the right way. You don't have to fix it tomorrow, so try to calm down. It's dangerous, but you can fix it, don't worry. So that's my impact.
Dag has turned radiation physics in real-world safety. Here's a short crash course on how radon hurts us.
When you have an alpha decay, you have a particle that shoots out from the nuclei. And the speed of this alpha nuclei is very, very high. It's faster than 30,000 meters per second. So imagine then that you have something that's moving out at an extremely high speed and has to stop within 4.5 centimeters. You can imagine how much energy you have to stop that particle within 4.5 centimeters. And that's what we call the ionization track.
Right. That's what you see in the chambers as well, right?
Yes. And that, when you explain that to the client, they can understand, wow, this is extremely dangerous. And I say, yeah, no, in normal, this alpha decay kills the cell, and it's no problem. The cell dies. But if you have it for a long time inside them, and it kills a lot of cells for a long time, it starts to develop some other types of cells that are not normal cells.
Remember, radon danger builds over time, and it behaves very differently from the radiation danger most people are familiar with.
And the big thing, the big difference between radon exposure and gamma exposure is, for gamma you have a threshold. You need to exceed a certain level before it's getting dangerous.
Right.
With alpha exposure inside your lungs, you have more a linear relation. And it's approximately 16% per 100 becquerel. Mm-hmm. So that means that comparing 100 becquerel per cubic meter with 200 is 16% more dangerous to be at 200. It's not 2 times, it's 16% more dangerous if you're a non-smoker. And that's also explaining to the people I'm meeting that, okay, because some people say, okay, if I get 180 below, in Sweden we have 200 as a limit. If I get 180, then I'm safe. No, you are not safe. It's a lower risk.
Science is only half the battle. Turning detection into everyday tools takes savvy engineering. So what is kind of your most important lesson you've learned of turning scientific innovation into real-world solutions?
Software development. My experience today for new customers measuring radon, that they don't really care about the instrument itself, they care about the app, the interface, the graphical user interface. That's important for them to understand. So it's very important to develop a good graphical user interface.
User-friendly design matters even more when radon problem shows up because homeowners need clear feedback while they fix it.
If you have a radon problem, it's a different thing. Because if you have a radon problem, you want to see the effect of your mitigation trials. So if you do open up a window, you want to understand how fast the radon level going down. If you make a other type of mitigation that you change the pressure below the subslab and so on, and you want to see the effect turning off the fan and so on. So then you really need an instrument to understand the power you should set the fan to be sure that you're coming below 200 becquerel or whatever.
Continuous radon tracking used to mean bulky, expensive equipment. Now you can pick up a palm-sized battery-powered radon monitor that runs for months. It delivers reliable home readings for just a few $100s.
Improvements in technology now. I mean, for example, we have companies now that have battery-powered pressurization chambers. You know that company. You also have, but because our chamber is 2 liter and consumes a lot of power, meaning it's a big chamber because it's much more sensitive to. But what I see then, and that's good that it's more easy to get access to data, more easy to make in reports. So it's more, for me, it's more a software and application development than really hardware development, because it's the same technology. Same technology, but in different package.
Having the fact that now we can do this pulse ionization chamber with batteries that can be operated for a long time, how significant do you think?
I think it's important because the price is low. I mean, we're talking about the price of a good detector of €200, or
right,
250 euro, and it's good enough for doing measurements at home. When I do inspection of houses, I want to measure all the rooms within 2 hours. If you have 8 rooms, I want to measure all the rooms. But right, I cannot have 8 instruments that cost $10,000 each.
Right.
But I can have 8 instruments that cost 250 euro. That's possible. I can invest in that. So I think the efficiency for inspections will go up, and also the knowledge of people will go up because they can afford to buy their own instruments.
In other words, cost is no longer an excuse. The only risk left is doing nothing.
Everyone is afraid that you have a bad heart, and sometimes you don't want to go to doctor because you're afraid to get the truth. With radon, you shouldn't be afraid to get the truth because you can fix it.
Right.
With the heart, yes, most cases, but not always. But radon can always be fixed. It can always be lowered. So don't be afraid of measuring radon. That's my...
Even if you've lived in, that house for 10 years and has, you could still...
Never too late to stop smoking.
Right.
It's never too late fixing the house for lower level of radon.
Look around the room you're in. The people and the memories inside it are worth more than any gadget. An affordable radon monitor can keep the air and those memories safe for decades. Don't wait for symptoms you'll never feel. Test for radon, fix what you find, share your results, and nudge your friends to do the same. Now you know.